go. Shovel 936 garments, evidently picturing certain authorities that would depend on or rest upon the shoulders of the great high priest, Jesus Christ. Acts 28. 6, 7, 12, 22-28. See High Priest. After blessing Joseph's sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, Jacob said to Joseph, I do give you one shoulder of land more than to your brothers, thereby designating Joseph as the possessor of firstborn rights. Ge 48. 22. Compare to 21. 17. 1 ch 5. 1, 2. Moses said of Benjamin, when he blessed the sons of Israel, let the beloved one of Jehovah reside in security by him, and he must reside between his shoulders. The 33. 12. This seems to refer to the fact that the kings of the line of David would have their seat of government in Benjamin's territory. The same Hebrew word used here for shoulder is translated side or slope at Joshua 15. 8 at Mo, NW, speaking of a slope of the hill on which Jerusalem then stood. See other examples at Acts 27. 14, 15. New 34. 11. Jos 15. 10. 1 Chi 6. 8. Es 25. 9. Giving a stubborn shoulder represents resistance against God's counsel and law. Ne 9. 29. Zech 7. 11. While serving shoulder to shoulder indicates unity of action. Zep 3. 9. The officiating priest was given the shoulder of the ram of the Nazirite sacrifice at the completion of his vow, this constituting a part of the priest's portion. New 6. 19, 20. See also to 18. 3. Shovel. A long-handled scooping implement. Shovels made of copper were employed at the tabernacle for clearing away the ashes from the altar of burnt offering. Acts 27. 1-3. 38. 3. New 4. 14. Serving the same purpose were the copper shovels the Hebrew Phoenician workman Hiram made for use at the temple built by Solomon. 1 Chi 7. 13, 14, 40, 45. These were among the temple utensils that the Babylonians carried away in 607 BCE. 2 Chi 25. 8, 14. J 52. 18. Shovels, perhaps made of wood, were used to winnow grain. Is 30. 24. The broad winnowing shovel was employed at a threshing floor to scoop up threshed grain and throw it into the air against the wind, which blew away the refuse, such as chaff, and allowed the grain to fall to the threshing floor. John the Baptist prophetically described the Messiah as having in hand a figurative winnowing shovel, with which he would separate symbolic wheat from chaff. Mount 3. 1, 12. See winnowing. Showbread. 12 cakes of bread that were placed on a table in the holy compartment of the tabernacle or temple, and that were replaced with fresh ones each Sabbath. Acts 35. 13. 39. 36. 1 Chi 7. 48. 2 Ch 13. 11. Ne 10. 32, 33. The literal Hebrew designation for the showbread is the bread of the face. The word for face sometimes denotes presence. 2 Chi 13. 23, and so the showbread was in front of Jehovah's face as an offering before him constantly. Acts 25. 30, ft. And the showbread is also referred to as layer bread. 2 Ch 2. 4, loaves of presentation. Mr. 2. 26, and simply the loaves. Heb 9. 2. The Kohathites were responsible to bake the showbread Sabbath by Sabbath, as well as to transport it when the tabernacle was moved. New 4. 7. 1 Ch 9. 32. Each of the 12 ring-shaped cakes was made of 2 omas 0.2 fr, equal to 4.4 L or 4 dry quart of fine flour, and according to Josephus, no leaven was used. Jewish Antiquities, 3, 142 6. 6. On the Sabbath the old loaves were removed from the table of showbread on the inside of the holy. X 26. 35. And replaced with 12 fresh ones. The cakes were stacked in 2 piles consisting of 6 loaves or layers each. Pure frankincense was put on each stack. Jewish tradition has it that the frankincense was put in golden vessels and not directly on the cakes. When the showbread was removed on the Sabbath, the frankincense is said to have been burned on the altar. 24. 5-8. The old loaves were something most holy, having been in the holy before Jehovah for a week, and were to be eaten by the Aaronic priests in a holy place, evidently somewhere in the sanctuary precincts. O textoi acute miritra longo, Shalom 937 Shrumis. Lexicon in Veteris Testamenti Libros, Leiden, 1958, p. 322. These creatures have long, slender snouts, tiny eyes, and rounded ears with a rather crumpled appearance. Of enormous appetite, shrumis can devour more than their own weight in food in a day. They subsist largely on insects and worms, although also feeding on small animals their own size and larger, such as mice. The kind of shrew